Good evening and welcome back to Timberborn, here with our 1000 Beaver challenge, where we left the last episode. There are crops we're going to run out and our trees are going to die and everything's going to go terribly wrong. I haven't actually played the game at all since that last episode done, so nothing has been built down here. They're still building things, but I thought we need to address this quickly. This needs to be done before we move on. And I kind of... My idea was going to be that we have the reservoir fill up and then pour into these, and then these would have outputs. But as was pointed out in the comments, thank you very much for commenting on the last video, that it would make more sense, and I did mention about connecting rivers and doing things differently. So what I'm going to do is actually kind of run it backwards. I'm going to connect this river here to here. We're going to blow up like a segment here, probably just run it around as a corner piece. We'll just do something like that. There we go. That's good. That's we'll do that. It needs to be one wide. It's absolutely fine. I also want to make sure this is the highest priority. We want to make sure they build before anything else, and I want to I'll have a look whether we can actually get there to build. Can we get there to build? Some can, some can't. I don't think that's going to help at all. A little bit. No, it's not really going to do anything more. So we can't actually get to some of these. That's all. We can't get to there. Okay, so if we can't get to there, but we can get to here, so they can be built. So we'll make sure we prioritise those, and then we'll prioritise that because we want to upgrade that one there. Okay, so they can be built, and then this river will flow into here. Now, because it's flowing into here, it will fill this up, and then it will pour into here, and then from here it will pour into the reservoir. So we need to block this off, and then down here we want to do the same sort of thing, but we need to come down here and along. So we need to blow up all of this and those there as well, like that. Okay, and make that the highest priority, and make these that priority, so we do those first. And then the water can come in here and be better. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually delete those, put in a levee, and make that high priority as well. And we're going to delete these two here. Oh, we've got a beaver walking on them. Let's not make sure he doesn't get himself murderized. We don't want to do that. There we go. We want to set those to a high priority as well. Bomb. And that's going to allow the water to flow in even quicker, which is probably going to cause us actual problems early on, but that's fine. The water can just flow in as quickly as it possibly can here, and then this will cause the water to flow this way and along here, down this river, around this corner and into here, and then it will start filling this one, because this is all one thing. This is not actual dams here. This is just points there. I could actually force it to come all around here to there. I think that's probably a better idea. Let's do that, which is going to kind of break this thing here, but that's okay. Sorry, Beaver, who just come around the corner. I know you were trying to get down here, but we'll do that. Okay, so now the water's going to have to come along. It's going to come to here, and then it's going to go around this corner here and come along. He says... No, it's not, because there's no connection between those two points, is there? We need to connect these up. Let's mark all those for demolition, and then we'll block that one there, and then the water will come along here, down here, and into the end here, and pour in, and then once it's filled up all this, it will pour into our reservoir, and exactly the same here. It will come along here, down here, and then into our reservoir here. This has actually got a dam. It probably could do with having a no, I think a dam's probably the better thing to do here, and it's probably better to do two dams down here as well, actually. One So we're sort of stifling the water flow a little bit. Okay, so that one's done. These ones are getting done, right? That has been built there. Awesome. Does that mean the water's going to start filling up? Oh no, it's still pouring out over here a bit. Yeah. So it's still filling our reservoir at the moment, but that's okay. That's okay. Right, this is clear here, so let us detonate this. Kaboom. We will build some paths there, and we want to prioritize these because these are actually useful for our connection here. And I think I'm just going to build over the top of that as well. So we're just building over the whole river here, but that means the water's got to come down here, along here, down around here, into here, and it's going to stop because it's got nowhere to go right now. I could just have that as a... Damn, couldn't I? We could do that. We could do that. I think I probably will actually. Let's revert this back. I should have probably left this as it was, but let's put those platforms again there. And we'll put a dam in here. Oop, that priority. Then we'll cancel the chopping the trees down there. We don't want to do that. We don't want to chop the trees down there. Don't do that. Don't do that. In fact, we want to tell them to be planted. What are these? Maples? No, chestnut trees. Plant chestnut trees. There we go. Boom. Okay. Okay, and then we can detonate these. And the water can flow this way, which will keep the trees alive. This has been built here, so now the water had nowhere to go, so it was actually going to start building up, but that's fine. That's fine. So we're okay. We're okay. It should mean that it comes back this way, but it doesn't appear to be coming this way for some bizarre reason. Only wanting to go up. You are starting to come this way. Okay. Okay. That's fine. This will just fill up here. That's fine. Yeah, there we go. So I think the water is going to start flowing now in better directions and doing things. Interesting. Why is this starting to turn green over here? Why is that flickering green? What's up? Is this water level going higher and higher, or what's happening here? What's happening here? Is this affecting that? That can't be possible. Oh, it's here. It's here. The water level's racing here, which is quite affecting that. So that makes it. That makes it. Okay. But now the water's got to come along here, and it's got to start filling up, and it'll fill up till it breaks this dam, and then it'll pour into here. Really, I'd probably want it pour into the other end, but it shouldn't matter because it should fill this whole area first before it pours out of these two at the end. Anyway, so it doesn't really matter where the inputs and outputs are. So long as it fills it, that'll be fine. We could also use drawbridges, not drawbridge, what are they called? Floodgates. We could use floodgates here, so we could fill this whole area in and keep it full, and then open the floodgates, and like we could close the floodgates when a drought's coming, so we know this is going to be full of water. But I'm not too concerned about that, if I'm honest. I'm fine with it just being, as long as it's got like half full of water in there, then that'll be fine. That should be fine. So. Alright, okay, so you two have got nothing to do in range. That makes sense because we've just blown up this here. So there's no we can't get there. We can't actually get to the end to build there. I may have just messed up my tree. But yeah, you can't actually build any further out. Okay, well you two can go then. Bye. And bye. You are a lumberjack to just chop down some more trees over there. We're kind of reaching the edge of our actual complete reach. We just can't get any further. Also I need to build stairs going down here, don't I? Let's put stairs there like that, but we're going to make these the lowest priority so that everything else gets built before them because it's not all that important. Okay, where's our water level coming here? Water level's coming down here. Does it come under there? Have I missed? It doesn't. It doesn't. Oh no. What have I done? What have I done? It's that one. That one's the needs to be the dam. Oh, you idiot. You plonker Rodney. Right. Smash that one, break that one. Okay. Make that one the levee, make that one the dam. There we go. And then prioritise those. Oh, I should probably prioritise these as well over here. These. There we go. Now you can come back and actually do stuff over here because you have access to it. There we go. Okay, and then the waters. This river here is part of this, which is fine. So that river and this whole thing is keeping that. But that's fine. That's fine. Okay, and this will fill up. So yeah. So now the rivers, when they reflow, they come in. It splits, and it goes into here and into here, and we have another drought coming. So we'll have to see how well this hangs up. This holds up with another drought coming in 3 days. Obviously, for a lot of this, it was actually poured into the reservoirs. So perhaps shrinking this down to just 1 as well might help. It's the sort of thing where I wish I could have a dam or a floodgate that doesn't just open to halfway and then that, because floodgates basically a single floodgate is either a levee, a dam, or an open block. That's the only 3 options you have with it. You have full, which is basically levee, it blocks the water. You have half, which is a dam, it's halfway, and then you have empty, which is just an empty block, and it can pour out. So, but it does look as if it's definitely filling up, which is good. I just wish I could. Well, having 2 there isn't. The water level is going to say it doesn't matter whether they were all dams or just a single dam. The water level's always going to balance out at the level of the dam. So it doesn't really matter, to be honest with you. The only way to fix that would be, as I said, put floodgates in, and then we have to manually remember to open and close the floodgates. Which, I mean, isn't a terrible thing, but yeah. I just wish you had more control over floodgates. I wish you could put them at, like, you know, have four heights for them. So like 0.75, half. You know, it could be 100%, 75%, 50%, 25% are empty, or 0%. So rather than just so you could fill up an area and have it even more full. That's bad English. More full, fuller than it currently is. You could fill it up right to the brim, and then it would pour over. But there's nothing you can do to do that. It would fill up to the brim and it would pour over wherever it wants to pour over. There's no other way to really do that other than literally levy around the whole thing, which I don't want to do. I don't want to levy around. Not a good job. Okay. So let's. I'm going to leave this going. Let's return back to the bottom there. I'm going to leave this going. I'm going to wait for the flood to come in. We'll see how long the flood is. We'll see how long it takes to empty these out, and we will hopefully get some spaded going, which we didn't get because we struggled. Carrots are balanced. They are slowly filling, but not enough. We really need more carrot fields, I think. Probably get another carrot field or 2 or 4 out here. You are chopping down trees. That's fine. How far can we go this way? To there. Okay. That'll work. Get rid of that. Put a beehive in there. Put a farmhouse in there. So we'll have to build a platform for it. Farmhouse. Oop. Then we can get rid of the end block. I will leave the end block on there, doesn't matter. And then we'll plant more carrot. Oop. Anyway. And then we are doing okay here. Let's run our path straight along and have a look, see what we can do for the beehive here, because again we could build right up to here. This is not a problem, building right out here somewhere, and putting in 2 or 3 beehives up here, because the farms have a decent range. The farms have a range to go. So also we could flatten this down as well. We should explode this, shouldn't we? Yes, we should. Yes, we should. Okay. More explosive stuff to come. Boop and boop. Put on. And then we'll mark all this for demolition. That for demolition. There's no point in chopping them down. We'll just destroy them. And then we'll put some explosives up there. And then we'll blow this all up. We'll blow this all up flat down. And then we cut space for more crops. Because we need more crops. Also fit some more crops over here. Don't have to be 100%. We could fit things in places. I could put carrots in between as well and just have them grow slowly. Let's also do that. Let's also do that. Because there's just empty land there and it might as well be used for carrot. Carrot there. Boom. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So yeah. So we'll come back when we'll see how the drought goes. See how many days it is and whether these survive. I think they will now. I think they will, because they're going to be full to as high as they can possibly get. I think they'll be okay. And they can't pour back into the main line because they have a dam there, so they're always going to have at least half full water, and then they pour into our reservoir. So our reservoir is the last thing that gets water, and in fact this time round the output didn't even get any water going on. So get rid of that. There we go. So we're pumping water. We're not actually letting any water go. So okay, we will be back when things are built, things are done, and we'll see how the drought goes. Okay, so we are just coming out of the drought. You can see here, drought ended. It was a 6-day drought, and we're good. We're good. The water level seems to be very good. In fact, it's not low at all. So that's good. That's good. So the water coming, doing this way is good, and that wasn't. Well, it was full, but it wasn't huge. No, it was full. It was pouring into the reservoir. So yeah, so this was half full, and that was absolutely fine. So we are getting things done here. These actually need some recipes. I've messed this up. These want to be wheat flour as well. Wheat flour. And I've been having a look. And I have noticed that our grilled chestnuts are not going up at all. Carrots are good. Carrots are not going up. Grilled chestnuts are not going up. Not at all. And it kind of seems to be not necessarily that we don't have enough. It's that I don't think we have enough gatherers. We've got chestnuts, but they're not being moved around fast enough, or we don't have enough grills. That might be the thing. I don't know. But I was thinking of changing some things, because I'm looking at maple syrup, and it's non-existent. It's non-existent even with all these here. It's just not very good going on here. So I was thinking up here, you can see I built 2 foresters here, and what I was thinking was putting in a chestnut field, a huge area of chestnut, and having these just plant all chestnuts here, and we will chop down the chestnuts, and we'll put gatherers up here to gather chestnuts. So when our logs are all full, we will be able to gather chestnuts because they will grow, and when our logs drop down, we'll chop down the chestnuts and replant them, and that'll be fine. And then down here, I'll replace all of this with maple, so we can get more maple going there. And we won't chop down the maple here because we have this here. I might also add a gatherer's hut over here. A tapper over here. All these are being chopped down right now, but once our logs are full, we won't worry about that. And this I'm just going to leave as is for the minute, because I kind of realised I don't need pine. I just don't need it. I just have no use for pine resin, because we're not going to be building anything that really requires it. I'm not going to do the Tribute of Ingenuity, even though that only uses standard planks. So we could build that. There wouldn't be a huge issue there. There's a couple of things that kind of do. We've got some entertainment things that might need reinforced planks. Well, one, the mud bath. But I'm not fussed about that. We're going for 1,000 beavers. We're not going for entertaining them or giving them all different foods. The only reason I'm doing different foods is because by adding a multitude of foods, it lifts the weight on just having one food. I could have just planted carrots everywhere. Don't bother with this, just plant carrot fields, more carrot fields everywhere. Carrots, 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 all these carrots. And it would still work, but we would need a real lot to do that. Having a variety means that foods get eaten at different levels, different speeds, and it helps. Also, beavers get different bonuses for different food types. So, let's see here. The carrots give them a life expectancy, so they live longer. The potatoes are strength, so they're really good. Carrying speed for bread. Chestnuts is strength, so they can carry more. Carrying speed, life expectancy, and carrying speed. So they get multiple different things as they're doing stuff. So variety is the spice of life, as they say. We still haven't built anything up here because we actually have run out of planks. Dead on planks again. We're doing well for logs. Logs are... That's full. That's the only one we actually have is full. Both of these are set to the side as none. I don't know why there's logs up there, but there is. I think you are chopping down some trees here. I can do that. I do have a problem with bushes. I can't actually get to the bushes to chop them down. I can't actually get there to stop them encroaching upon us, so we may have a bush problem soon. Don't know. We'll have to see. This is the same over here. I don't think... can we get to some of them over there? We get to some of them. Let's just mark all this for demolition. Just do like all of that. even the stumps. Do the stumps as well. It's fine. It's fine. When you're not busy, do the stumps, and we'll set that to like the lowest priority. So do the stump. But yeah, so everything was fine. We have an unconnected building because we haven't built yet. Put on there. You are going slowly. Yep, that's because there's 3 of you there. You need 150. Oh yeah, these 2 are not connected because that needs to be built first. And that requires planks, and then this requires logs. It doesn't have any logs. I don't get why the logs aren't coming here. I'm going to increase that one because that needs building. But yeah, so we're getting spader dock in as well. Broad spader dock is coming in. It doesn't look as if 1 farm is enough. Yeah, you've got 6 spader dock. You've got that. How much do you actually do? You do 3. Okay, it might be 2 farms to 1 grill. Which is a little awkward. But that's okay, because we can build the other 2 farms, just not build the grills. Which would work fine. And then I could put in my... what are they called? These things. Haulers post on the end. That might work. That might work. Okay. Okay. So... yeah, that's kind of where we're at right now. I need to just basically leave this running again and let it build up resources and doing things, because once I start building something, we just absolutely tank. Planks are gone. We've got no planks at all. So yeah, planks just disappear. 1,000 planks that we store just go. So it's a little awkward. But I think other than that, we're going to be okay. I would like to put a wood storage up here somewhere, but we've got one here now. Don't know why you're taking trees up there. I don't know why that's where they're going to. Really strange. This is full, so any trees that are being chopped down are going up there? Why? Why not to here? Maybe I'll set this to default as well, so that the haulers come down and bring logs down here as well. So all our logs get moved to the central area. That would make sense. But yeah, unfortunately, not a lot has happened in this episode. I do apologise about that, but it's more that our water system is now running, so you can see what I've done with the water systems. And thank you very much for all the comments on the previous episodes there. I was just going through them again, looking at them. So thank you very much. Dan with the wonderful first comments. Why? Why, Dan? Why? Why? Scott B obviously saying about floodgates. So yeah, floodgates would be great. I just wish they had more. Yeah, I wish they had more levels. I suppose they're supposed to do that. Kaboom saying about you could put water dump in the corner. That would have worked well as well. Put a water dump in, and then that water dump would just keep. I don't know whether one would be able to keep this whole area wet enough, but maybe it would. Maybe it'd be enough to just top it off. And then you're just using the beaver to take it out of the reservoir into there, so that might work. And MMAF, who mentioned about doing the river thing, taking the rivers over there, which is good. And also makes a good point that the water flow is fairly low on this map. I don't know what these sources are actually set to, but it looks like fairly slow. 3 of them are not enough to outfill a single tile. So we may actually get to the point where we're pumping more water out than the sources are putting in, which would be a problem because it means we run out of water and all our beavers would die. So it may be that once we try and get to the 1,000 beaver mark, we can get there, but it's not sustainable because of the water shortage. That might be possible just due to that there. We can cheat and modify these if we want to. That is possible. But I think just getting to the 1,000 beavers is going to be the thing. And that's kind of what I'm going to do. I'm going to wait for stuff to be done, stuff to build, stuff to be sorted, and planks and stuff to come into it. We can then build up our resources again and then go on a huge spree. I might have the 2 more ones in here and then more down the sides, or do the ones down the sides first and these 2 last, because obviously I want builders hut. I want more builders huts to be able to build things. So we might just put more builders huts in so we can build things quicker, and then use up even more resources that we don't have, which would be fantastic. But yeah, so we'll leave this one here. We shall come back next time and we shall carry on from there. What do you think about doing a giant chestnut tree area over here, chestnut forest over here, to keep our to get our chestnuts up? Our chestnuts are raising, which is good. But our maple pastries are not really, so we need more maple. So I'm thinking of changing this to maple and then doing another chestnut one up here where we have the space. Or we could do chestnuts down here and maple up there. I just feel like doing a chestnut one up here is fine. And then we'll drop the chestnuts down and we'll drop the maple down, and then this one we won't, because maple is the slowest of all of them. So it's probably best to let the maple sit here and consume the chestnuts instead, and then do the stuff here as well. So yeah. Okay. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you have enjoyed this one, and I hope to see you again in the next one. And until then, as always, have fun.